So, Temptation Island, episode 7. Well, first, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It will help me greatly. And I appreciate everyone who has commented and liked my videos and actually just watched the video, period. So, I greatly appreciate that. So in the beginning, Tom, they're, coming back from the bonfire, and Tom is so, distraught over not really seeing much of anything. I don't know why he, took it as far as he did to, be crying or be so silent and so distant from the party. And I mean, you really would have thought he seen what Erica seen Kendall doing. And I hate the hypocrisy in relationships. Like, I can do that, I can flirt, but when I see you do it, it's like you're such a horrible person, and how could you do that to me? I don't understand that. So then, they're cooking. Maya and Maddie. I don't really see anything wrong with what Maddie said. So the girls, talking about they have a mother there and the rules. It really wasn't rules. It's just common courtesy. You guys put your food on the grill and you ate before everyone else. So whatever's left, let everybody else eat first. I don't see what was so hard with that. But I think the maturity level, it was clear. I mean, when Maddie said, "I'm not going to argue with a 32-year-old," I don't know why and who found that offensive, or who would actually think that that was funny. It would be different if she was a 32-year-old that looked like 60, but she looks good for her age. And you have a little boy's body. So, I mean, you're not really saying much. But I hate when people do that. I get tried to make an old dig. Like, if it doesn't really fit, the joke really isn't gonna land. Well, with anybody who's mature anyway. Um, so they send Maddie and Grace home, and Grace is crying because she felt like she made such a connection. I don't remember seeing Grace on the show. I mean, obviously they see her much more than we do, but I still don't remember her. And I would think that if there was anything going on, they would have shown it. And Maddie, bye. The women send Shaq and Dave home. Dave knew he didn't make much of a connection, so I don't think he really cared. It was, more of a vacation. Shaq, I don't know why he feels that if Corey would have messed up, that he and Aaron would be together. There is another party who I think that she spends more time with, and that's Griffin. Like, when she came home, she talked to him first, one-on-one anyway. So I don't see why he was so confident in their relationship. And I would bet that he was willing to bet that he was not one of those guys that were going to go home. And I'm sure, well, obviously we've seen he was devastated. I don't know why either one of them cried. Aaron, you weren't really there to. I mean, I guess you could have left with someone, but really, you didn't want to, obviously. And if you were going to leave it with someone, it wasn't going to be him. You might have been friends with him, but you did not, like, he was not the guy for you. And I don't know why he didn't know it. Anyway, so their messages. Corey sends a good message, and I think that it was good for Aaron to see. And I mean, if this is what he wanted the message to be portrayed as, him being, a little bit more confident in himself and not, baby, please don't leave me type of message. And I think that he felt that that's something that she needed to see for her to, want to stay with him, when he didn't know that, she has now realized that the issues that she says they have, or that he has, is just not an actual issue with him. It's just issues from her past. So they'll be good. Um, Julian and Kristen, I mean, they both had great messages to each other. And as long as, whatever they keep, I mean, working pretty much on themselves, they'll be cool to leave together. And I actually do now possibly think that they will stay together and actually, run their race together. Tom and Chelsea. So Tom's message to Chelsea was, I'm over here embracing my flirty self, which was one of the reasons why you went on the show to what be better, stop flirting. The thing that she wanted you to do back home, now you're saying you're over here embracing it. And what growth does that show? I mean, really. And then you get her message, and her message is basically telling you, be afraid, be very afraid, and you are. But you're mad because she's supposed to be over there doing something that you aren't over in your house doing. And she wasn't the one with the issue from the beginning. I hate the hypocrisy. I hate it. So Kendall, like when Erica was sitting and talking, and she brought up the fact like that, she hopes that when she sees him that she doesn't, basically melt and, fall back into the trap. You are. Or you would not even be thinking that. But I did think it was like the biggest boss move for her not to send the message. I definitely do. He called her childish for not sending the message because she's not she's not working on herself. The only thing you're working on is notches on your belt. Like you don't think that you need to change anything. But she's supposed to change, and because she didn't send you a message, she's childish. It's not going to stop you from continuing to do what you wanted to do, no matter what her message said, no matter if she begged you, no matter whatever. You would not have not wanted to, have another threesome as soon as you got back to your house. So I think that, I don't think that there was nothing that she could do that would make him feel like, actually feel, period. He's about himself, and Erica fits what he wants his trophy wife to look like, I believe. I'm not saying that he wouldn't be with a white girl. I just think that Erica is the look is what he wants. And I also think that the low self-esteem is what he wants. I don't think that the woman that he's asking her to become, he's not going to be able to handle that. Because that woman will be able to tell him to go fuck himself, and he won't know what to do with it. The guy who brings so much to the table would never think that somebody would say, go fuck yourself. But I think that if Erica was able to become that woman, not even in their relationship, just for her to tell him that, period, and then say, I don't want to be with you, will devastate him. He won't show it, but it will. So his message is, I love you. Like nothing's happening over here. I'm over here being good, and I just want you to know I love you. And I hope you're working on all the things that I told you were wrong with you. That's pretty much what his message was. Like, you don't think that obviously, she seen that you had sex with somebody, but you're still telling her to work on herself, and you love her. You're sick. I definitely hope she has enough balls to leave him. I actually think, he needs to do something really effed up right before the day before or the last bonfire, so she can still be a little angry and a little upset. I think that's the only way that she will not leave the island with him. But we'll see. Peace.